Hi, I'm Joe Mancinelli, International Vice President of LIUNA, and I'm on GOliveTV.
Hi, I'm John Tory, the Mayor of Toronto, and I think everybody should watch GOliveTV.
I'm watching and I hope you
Alô, alô, aqui é o seu Valença. Estou aqui na GOliveTV.
Thank you for watching GOliveTV.
Eu sou o Guilherme Arantes e eu tô aqui com vocês na GOliveTV.
Hoje estamos aqui com o GOliveTV.
Olá, sou o cantor Salgadinho, estou na GOliveTV.
درچه خیالی درچه خیالی درچه خیالی آسیم شدی باز که در جنگ و جدالی جنگ و جدالی ای مرغ دل آخر تو بگو درچه خیالی درچه خیالی آسیمه شدی باز که در جنگ و جدالی جنگ و جدالی جنگ و جدالی جنگ و جدالی گانر شوی خنده کنی لطف نمایی لطف نمایی لطف نمایی گانر شوی خنده کنی لطف نمایی لطف نمایی لطف نمایی گاقر شوی از خود و بیگانه بنالی بیگانه بنالی گاقر شوی از خود و بیگانه بنالی بیگانه بنالی گساز کنی نغمه پرواز فلک سیر 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 گساز کنی نغمه پرواز فلک سیر پرواز فلک سیر پرواز فلک سیر گوش گزینی تو مگر بی پروالی بی پروالی بی پروالی بی پروالی هر لحظه در این دور فلک ای دل غافل ای دل غافل ای دل غافل پیمانه سودای تو پر گردد و خالی پر گردد و خالی پیمانه سودای تو پر گردد و خالی پر گردد و خالی پر گردد و خالی پر گردد و خالی
سلام دوستان، خوش آمدین. سال نو شما مبارک. خوش آمدید به برنامه هاوس ادوایزرز. اولین برنامه سال است، سال 2021. امیدوار هستم که یک سال خوب و خوش با تمام فامیلا و دوستا به خوبی آغاز کرده باشین و یک سال پر از میمنت و پر از خوبی و خوشی در پیش رو داشته باشین و میزبان خوبی ها و خوشی های بیشمار باشین و بدور از گزند حوادث روزگار و این دنیای کرونایی. Dear friends, welcome back. Happy New Year's again. This is our first show of House Advisors for 2021. Wishing you all the best. I'm sure you had a great start to the new year. And I want to congratulate and welcome back all the politicians who had gone for vacation and all the public who have been quarantined at home. I'm sure you had a great time with your loved ones and family and are starting a great new beginning and a great new start. And looking forward to great opportunities in 2021, away from all the malice and all the destruction and mayhem that's happening around us. Despite what's happening, we can always stay focused and focus on what we control and focus on what we can do to improve the situation currently as we stand. At House Advisors, our main objective is to bring to you quality services and information so that you're equipped with the best information, knowledge, and know-how, how to tackle your business, and specifically how to market your business and how to expand your community services and how to reach out to your community and be a productive, helpful member of your community. We are again starting with a brief overview of what House Advisor is. For all of those who have just joined us or this is your first time watching this program, this is a really simple program which provides a platform called House Advisors. And House Advisors is basically a marketing platform, a hub, a digital marketing hub, where you can join in, congregate, and build up a community and reach out to your client and services across Canada, coast to coast. So if you're in business of renovation, home improvement, or maybe you're in business of mortgage finance or realtor, or maybe you're in business of legal services, that you provide legal services for homeowners, such as real estate lawyers, or maybe you're an appraiser or a home inspector. Any range of services you provide for people that is used in a home, we welcome you. In this day and age, we welcome you because, as we know, the world is becoming really small, but at the same time is becoming more and more regulated. So for that reason alone, you want to be part of a community that is connected, focused on a niche market, and relevant to your geographic location. As much as the world has been reduced to a global village, but still we have to focus on our community, on our range of services, and how most effectively and most efficiently we can deliver marketing services without breaking the bank and having a positive uptick on that and positive rate of return on investment. So that is what House Advisor is, and that's what we do. And to work with us is really simple. All you got to do is just go to www.houseadvisor.ca. While you're there, if this is the first time you're there, go ahead and create your profile. Your profile is created in 3 simple steps. You enter your email, you choose a password, and you provide your credentials, and away you go. We have 3 options from which you can choose. And we will play that video later on so that it kind of give you an overview of what exactly House Advisors is. Now you might ask, why House Advisors? There's so many platforms, so many ways to go about and propagating your message. And you're right, you can go to one of our competitions and pay an arm and a leg for that matter. But you can come to us and you can save the money and also be very efficient, effective. At the same time, penetrate the market really fast and focus on a niche. A niche market is very important because when you expand your marketing services, when you expand your business through marketing services such as ours, you will have a really fast rate of return on your investment because we go deep and we go focus on specific areas of the business. So we focus on real estate and real estate related services. That is basically all that we do. And we empower you with information, tools, and resources so you can do your job most effectively, most efficiently, with ease, and also save time and money in the process. Because time, somebody said time is money. I would say time is even more than money, because if I spend money, I can get the money back. But if I spend time on something that doesn't work, then I have actually wasted that time. So fortunately, when you work with us, you don't have to go through that pain of trial and error and find after a few months of what's going on and what's working and what's not working, because with us, you will find out right away how effective the marketing platform is. A couple of features that this is unique to us is that we give you a CRM, contact relation management. This is very huge in business right now. If you're not really equipped to constantly contact your customers, somebody else might, right? So we have that opportunity that you can contact on a regular basis and reach out to your customer base. Number two, as soon as you open up the profile, you will be getting a ready-made website. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I go to make a website, for example, it requires a lot of technical specification. And you have to know a lot of coding and a lot of, even if you go with a template website, still you have to know where to put the pictures and where you have to put the text. Over here, it is ready-made for you. Once you open up your profile, it is a website. And if you go ahead and find out how much a website costs to build, you will find out it's in the range of maybe $500 for a really lousy website to maybe $1,200 and above from that, depending on what kind of security you have or what kind of features you want. This website is basically SSL secured, so you'll have an SSL secured website right away within 5 minutes after you open up your profile. It's ready-made, ready to go, and you can engage with that on the social platforms. The next thing about it is that the website is not just a website. It's a front for your business. So at the back of it, you will be getting leads, you'll be getting contact management. At the same time, you will be getting statistics as to which product or service of yours have been getting more hits. So there's actually complete analytical that's going behind the website. So without boring you too much in the details of technical aspects of it, I can tell you this much with absolute confidence and certainty that this is a website that is robust technically, and it's functional, and it works for you and delivers the result right now. And it's cost effective. And why is it important to be so cost effective right now? Because this is the moment that all the businesses are shrinking. And if we shy away from marketing at this moment, then that means we are actually going to give ourselves a long, protracted road to recovery. Whereas if you position yourself right now as an expert that you are in your field of business, you will be recognized as an expert as soon as the weather opens up, as soon as the business is going to pick up. And the business will pick up. It's a season. It's a winter season. And what do you do in winter season? You don't just run away, you plan. So House Advisors give you that platform for planning your business and getting results on your marketing dollars. And the cost is really non-issue. If you are a business person that is good with numbers, and I hope you are, you just take a look at the average cost per day of this website, of this app, and see what do you have to do to break even in terms of when you actually, how many sales you have to make to break even to cover the cost of this business. It's a prudent step for a business person to be engaged in that and have that kind of analysis, and I encourage you to do that. So that's House Advisors, and we will be having live programs every week from here, GOliveTV, to bring to you not just our proposition, but we will also bring you a wealth of information from all our affiliates and people who we work with so that you have the proper information, the right information, and actually the professional expert level information. Because I always say, there's a lot of information. We are inundated with information. You go on the Google, you go on the Yahoo, you go on all the search engines, you will have a ton of information. But what we are missing is the context. Over here, we bring you to the contextual experience of exactly what it means, for example, to do a mortgage finance, what it means, for example, to buy a home, what it means, for example, to do financial planning, what exactly it means to have an insurance and protection plan in place, and what are their different kinds of insurance products, What are different kinds of mortgage products? What are different kinds of financial planning? What are strategies that you can use to make a measurable, immediate change right now in your financial life and your family's financial life? Isn't that great? Of course, because the information by itself is, people say information is power. Applied information is power. So we bring you the application platform through which you can use this information for your benefit, not only in the marketing front, which is actually our base, but at the same time in all the other areas. Now, my friends, this is the beginning of the year, and we all have hopes, aspirations, and basically plans. And sometimes we even have resolutions for New Year's. Do you have a resolution this year? What is your resolution? And how long do you actually keep your resolution? So today, we are going to be talking about a great few points that will highlight this program and the beginning of the year. Before we go and do that, keep in mind and think about your resolution. Because when we come back, we'll talk about exactly why you shouldn't have a resolution, or maybe you combine your resolution with something else that I'm going to suggest here for you. So before I drag it on too long, I would like to request for that video that explains house advisors, again, to be played. Please take a look and just take a look and see what it is. And if you got a minute, just go to www.houseadvisor.ca. I think it's an overview that we're presenting right now, but I really highly encourage you to go ahead and find out for yourself. And while you're there, engage with us on all the social platforms. The links are below. So www.houseadvisor.ca. And within that commercial break, we'll be right back. Thank you.
Volta com meu cabo! Volta com meu...
Boas, caros. Sou o Fernando Martins da GOliveTV, Prodigy Holidays, e eu hoje vou-vos oferecer uma poupança de investimento na compra de um apartamento de 1 quarto no Algarve para uma vantagem de 3 anos. Os nossos investidores em 3 anos de rendimento têm 16.200 euros, 3 anos de valorização, 9.960 euros, que dá um total em 3 anos de 26.160 euros. O lucro em 3 anos do contrato com a Prodigy Holidays e GOliveTV dá rendimento e valorização, um total, como vocês já ouviram, de 26.160, ou será um retorno de 26% na sua compra, que lucra em 3 anos. O vosso investimento está muito mais seguro connosco, com o nosso sistema, do que no banco. Pense, em 3 anos vocês têm muito mais rendimento, com muito mais segurança do que se tiverem este dinheiro investido no banco. Aproveitem esta grande oportunidade. A qualidade dos nossos serviços trazem-vos segurança, conforto e saúde. Visitem o nosso website www.camil.ca ou telefonem-me Fernando Martins 416 258 8104.
Come back. We were going to play you that video, but that video about House Advisor, we're going to come back and play that after a few remarks here. دوستان گرامی، خوش آمدید دوباره به هاوس ادوایزر، برنامه معلوماتی اجتماعی است که در خصوص اقتصاد گپ میزنیم و مسائل اقتصادی که مختص میشه به خانه ها و خانواده ها و مخصوصا در ماحول یا در چهار اطراف خانه، داشتن پلان اقتصادی، پلانگذاری اقتصادی، بیمه و مسائل همچون مسائل شخصی و فامیلی اقتصادی. هاوس ادوایزر یک پلتفرم یا یک مرکز مجتمعی می باشه که در آنلاین است، یعنی در فضای مجازی هست و یک ماحول یا یک جایی هست که ما میخوایم مرکز و محراق توجه تمام کسایی باشیم که در خصوص خانه کار میکنن، مانند مورگیج بروکرها، هاوس ریل استیت ایجنت ها، وکیل ها یا وکلا بگوییم، و همچنان اشخاصی که در قسمت بازسازی و نوسازی خانه کار میکنن و کسایی که همچنان مواد خام یا مواد خام تعمیراتی را عرضه میکنن، میتونن که همراه ما در تماس باشن و پروفایل یا آدرس خود اینجا مشخص بسازن، یعنی در جمع ما شامل باشن و یک آدرس در هاوس ادوایزر به خود سیکیور کنن و از آن خود بسازن. چرا این کار کنن؟ دلیلش در انگلیسی پیشتر گفتیم. دلایل زیاد است، منتها 3 دلیل مهم. یکی که بسیار سریع است، زود میشه. شما به اندازه به مقیاس 5 دقیقه نمیتونید شما یک وبسایت داشته باشین که قبلا هیچ بزنستون وبسایت هم نداشتین. همین هاوس ادوایزر برای شما چی میکنه؟ وبسایتتون آماده میسازه در ظرف 5 دقیقه. نه تنها که 5 دقیقه یک وبسایت درست میشه، پوینت دوم یا قدم دوم، یک وبسایت درست میشه که با مجهز با تمام تجهیزات یا مجهز با تمام خصوصیت‌های یک وبسایت با کار بخورد و یعنی یوزفول و یک وبسایتی که از تمام معیارهای بلند تکنیکی برخوردار می باشه. یعنی شما اگه این رو بخواین برین خارج از هاوس ادوایزر جای براتون درست کنین، عین وبسایت با عین فیچرها و با عین کاربردها و یا خصوصیات و یا نکته های تکنیکی شما فارغ از سرحد 2000 یا 3000 دلار شاید که هزینه برای شما شود، که ما امیره به شکل بسیار فشرده و خلاص براتون میگیم که در قیمت بسیار نازل برای شما آماده کردیم. اگر شما در بزنس ریل استیت، مورگیج، بزنس بازسازی خانه و بزنس وکلا یا حتی اگر هوم اینسپکشن، هر بزنسی که شما فکر میکنین که در ماحول خانواده استفاده میشه، در چارچوکات یک خانه هست، شما میتونین که بزنستون ارتقا بدین، نشر کنین پروفایلتون یا خدماتتون تا مردم بتونن به شکل آسان با شما تماس بگیرند. دو پوینت سومی که امروز وقتی که سیل میکنیم، دنیا بسیار یک دنیای بی‌اعتمادی شده. در هر جایی که میریم به حساب هر کس میخواد که به شکلی از اشکال معامله را یا معادله را به نفع خود خو بده. کاری که وبسایت میکنه همه گیره به شکل صادق و صداقتانه چی میکنه؟ مردم صادق نگاه میکنه. یعنی اگر کسی میاد اینجا خدمت یا خدمات خود عرضه میکنه، ما اون را مرور کرده و مردم برشان استار میتن از 1 تا 5 که کار کی خوب بود، کار کی خراب بود. این بسیار مهم است. وقتی که شما میرین در گوگل، بسیاری کسا در گوگل ریویو دارن که بسیاری از او به شکل بسیار نمیخوایم که منفی صحبت کنم، به هر شکل میشه که آدم گوگل ریویو بگیره. اما وقتی که شما میرین در یک مجتمع که محراق توجه و فوکسش سر مسائل خانه است و سر مسائل اقتصادی خانه و تمام توجه و فوکس و انرژی رو مصرف میکنه که یک پلتفرم، یک آدرس باشه که شما به او بتونین اعتماد کنین. و وقتی که شما باید یک ارگان سر کار می داشته باشین، اول خب یک امنیت فکری براتون می باشه که اشخاصی که نمیخواین ریدینگ داشته باشن اینجا امروز ما کار نمیکنن و ما اونا نگاه نمیکنیم امروز خود. تنها اشخاصی که به شکل خوب استاندارد بالا کار میکنن همراه ما باشن. و منافعی برای شما چی است؟ منافعی برای که خرچ هزینه مارکتینگ شما پایان میاد و قدم دوم که نه تنها که خرچ پایان میاد، عواید شما بالا میره. و در یک مقطع زمانی قرار داریم که اگر این کار رو نکنیم فعلا ما شاید که وقتی که اقتصاد دوباره باز میشه، گراف سود اقتصادی ما شاید که بسیار بطیء باشه و شاید هم که تا او وقت در معادله اقتصادی هیچ وجود نداشته باشیم. از اون لحاظ یک سر بزنین به هاوس ادوایزر www.houseadvisor.ca و اونجا خودتون میتونین که ببینین و در پایان از او وبسایت شما میتونین که از طریق رخنه‌های اجتماعی با ما هم تماس شوین و همکار شوین و همراه شوین. این برنامه به 2 لسان پخش میشه. ما گرچه که شاید که خودش موضوع حل باشه، اما بازم میخوایم که دوباره یک خاطر نشان بسازم بر شما که ما مالتی کالچر هستیم به حساب. یعنی میتونیم که بزنس ما تنها مختص به کمیونیتی خودمون نیست و کمیونیتی خودمون تنها فعلا همراه کمیونیتی خودمون کار نمیکنه. فلذا ما باید چی باشیم؟ همکار باشیم و مجبورن باید که در دو لسان صحبت کنیم. دهی وقتا که 2-4 تا لسان اگر نشه باشی کارت راه نمیفته. Therefore, my good friends, sorry if you're moving back and forth within English and Farsi. This is the nature of the world we're living in, fortunately or unfortunately. But we are glad to have you, and we would like to expand on the House Advisors discussion. And before we go that, we're going to show you a small clip that showcases the highlight of House Advisors. If you can play that video, please, the very first commercial. So we'll come back and talk more about House Advisors. Thank you. Welcome back. You're watching House Advisors live from GOliveTV from Toronto. We're glad to have you back with us, and we were just explaining about houseadvisors.ca. I'm sure as you saw in the video, there are great features of the website has been highlighted, and there's actually many more features that you can benefit from, and you can explore and entertain and engage and reach out if you have any questions. All our credentials are on the website, and you can reach us, our sales team, our technical team, our finance team, all available to serve you 24/7. One thing I want to mention to you about the data security is very important. So the data security that we have in this website, without exploring too much or without divulging too much information, is that it is absolutely secure, and you cannot hack this website. It is one of the toppest security systems that can be utilized by any e-commerce. So we have that kind of security. So the features, quickly I want to review the features. A very fast way to create a website, a very fast way to propagate that on the social media, and it's live leads, so you're engaging with your customers and contact management right away. So you will have a continuous, it's a responsive website, so that means As soon as somebody is reaching out in your geolocation or your postal code, they will find your business. So if you have, and you can list maybe more than one geolocation. So for example, if your business is in Richmond Hill, and you have, for example, Stouffville as well, and you have a location maybe in North York, you can list all those 3 locations within the same profile. So you don't have to buy three separate profiles, and we will propagate, or we can create 3 profiles for you for the price of 1. Isn't that a great deal? Of course it is. So go ahead and take a look at it. For example, if you're a real estate agent, sometimes you may have one market that you're focusing on. That is great. You can choose up to 1, 2, 3, 4 markets if you want, but at the same time, it's for one price only. When I was teaching real estate, and when I was teaching folks at one of the prominent real estate firms in Canada, actually across Canada, the new year was a really a renewal time. A lot of people would come up with great plans for their life and great resolutions for the new year. Before the previous break, I asked you about the concept of resolution. If you have a new year resolution, maybe 1, 2, or maybe more than 1 or 2 resolutions. I just want to highlight a difference between a resolution and plan. So like I said, when I was teaching across Canada, virtually, the marketing platform for a prominent real estate name in Canada and also in the US, agents were always coming and they were saying, oh, this is a great time. And they usually they will be having their first plan for the 12 months ready on the 1st of February. And I was like, okay, that's great. You've got now 11 months to complete a plan for 12 months, and you've wasted 1 month. So always people are high energy in the beginning of the year, which is good, I welcome that. But I want to highlight the difference between having a resolution and having a plan. A resolution is basically short-lived. It's very short-lived. Maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. You can go ahead and take a look at the statistics from the gyms when they were open. Actually, right now they're closed, but people, if you're like me and you experience something like that, you go in the gym in the first week of January, is like a zoo. It's like completely packed. You can't find a machine, and if you find it, it's probably sweaty. So you have to line up, and everybody's trying to get ripped in the first week of the year. As the year progresses, the 2nd week and 3rd week and 4th week, people fall off the resolution bandwagon, if you will. And what happens back in March, everybody's just back into normal, doing what they were supposed to do, doing what they were always were doing, and not what they were supposed to be doing. So that's the power of a resolution, which is going to take you maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks at max. Now, what is the difference between a resolution and a plan? I'm not trying to say resolution is a bad thing. It's a good commitment to have, but I'm going to empower that as a segue to our next program that we'll be launching this year, which is a podcast and a live coaching podcast. It's called www.houseadvisor.ca. And within that context, we're going to bring really, really tangible information that is going to make a measurable difference in any area of life that we apply that. So one area is basically planning, and the difference between planning and resolution. Resolution is short-lived motivation. Planning is basically a much more stronger tool, if you will, to tackle the big problems of life in an incremental manner. Meaning, once we have a plan, then all we got to do is just focus on the micro steps of the plan. And today I'm going to talk about planning because it's the beginning of the year, and to have the plan is basically to be specific about what it is you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it and how is the best way to go and how you can break the macro step into micro steps, sizable chunks that you can focus on a day-by-day basis, whatever skill set it may be. Maybe you want to be a better writer, better reader, better student, better worker, better commission salesperson, better teacher, better speaker. It doesn't matter what it is you want to do. It's a big task. As long as you take that task and break it into small steps and put a timestamp against it, that is basically a plan, and make it a ritual habit. Because our life are basically a creation of our habits. And there are lots of mechanisms and lots of ways that you can stay in a complicated way on a track of a plan. But I'm here to suggest to you that have a clear vision in terms of what is it exactly you want to achieve in 2021. And break it down into sizable daily tasks and activities. And always be cognizant and be aware of the fact that you will have setbacks and you will have moments of procrastinations. As long as you have more moments of action than inaction, then you're moving in the right path. And sometimes people get disappointed with a small failure or a big failure, and then they get paralyzed and they start analyzing all the failure. I have been guilty of that. You've been guilty of that. Everybody has those moments. That's called life. So let's get on with it. And let's make sure that we understand that when we have the plan, our focus and our single most important task is to focus on that plan and make sure that we work the plan. So without even further expanding on that segue of livingsuccess.ca, which is a brainchild of mine, and I've been working on it for 15 years, I would like to just share with you what do I mean between the difference of a resolution, which I always call it a very gratified form of a delusion, and a plan. So I encourage you to focus on the plan, and we're going to request our technical team to show you that video about planning. Thank you.
In this video, we're going to discuss life planning and give you a 4-step process that will help you plan your life. You are the biggest and most important project you are ever going to work on. With every decision and action you take each day, you're deciding whether you will live a life filled with abundant happiness or misery. Think about it. We're bound by restraints such as time, money, willpower, and resources. However, many of us go through life without an agenda. Take, for instance, Jonathan here. After graduating from high school, Jonathan decided to take a gap year to try and figure things out in his life. He would often sit at home watching TV or reading a couple of magazines here and there. This went on for quite a while. And when Jonathan's parents noticed that their son was wasting his days doing nothing, they offered him a job at their local supermarket. He gladly accepted. After some time, his parents kept insisting that he should go to university, and they kept insisting and insisting. Eventually, after consistent nagging from his folks, young Jonathan caved in and decided to go to university. He chose to study business and hopefully do something meaningful with his life. Jonathan never really had a plan for his life after university, and the only reason why he went to university was to please his nagging parents. After graduating from university, Jonathan had no immediate plans to join a company. So he decided to work as a bartender while he thought of something to do with his life. But Jonathan was never in a hurry. Days rolled by, which turned into months and eventually years, as he lived in the same tiny apartment while working as a bartender. He loved his job, and he enjoyed being in the company of strangers, serving them drinks and sharing stories. Jonathan honestly thought he would work there for the rest of his life, serving drinks and meeting new people. But 5 years down the line, the bar that he worked in and loved so much closed down. He tried finding another job and got hired in a couple of places, but he never truly felt at peace in any of them. Working a 9 to 5 every day, sitting in a cubicle doing mundane tasks, wasn't the life he wanted to live. So he would often quit these jobs. He tried getting another bartending job, but nobody would hire him. The economy wasn't doing so well, and bartending jobs were few and far between. Since then, Jonathan has decided to wallow in misery and not do anything but drink his life away. At 30 years old, Jonathan is beginning to feel the pressure of life weigh down on him. Most of his friends already have jobs and are working towards paying off their college debts and building meaningful relationships. He has no money to clear his bills, and his landlord has issued several eviction notices. The utility companies won't stop calling either. Interestingly, Jonathan has chosen to blame life for his misfortunes by saying that it's not his fault things aren't working out. His friends are already used to hearing him say, "Why is this happening to me? Why is life punishing me? What did I do wrong? I mean, I'm a nice guy. Kinda. Life isn't fair." One of his friends, Robert, tried to help him get another job, which Jonathan turned down, saying it wasn't his vibe. Robert gave up when he realized that Jonathan has no vision for his life. Perhaps you have a Jonathan around you, or have met a Jonathan. Someone who's constantly complaining, not planning ahead, or refusing help. While perhaps you can't do much to help Jonathan, you can do so much more to avoid turning into Jonathan by simply having a plan. Life planning is important. It's a map that provides direction and reminds you where you're headed. It's easy to sit and imagine your future self prospering with enough money and wealth to sustain your lifestyle for years. However, without a solid plan to get there, you might deviate from the main path and waste your energy on pointless ventures. Save yourself the headache and plan your life. In this video, we're going to discuss life planning and how it can help you grow and make the best out of your life. Just like making plans to buy a car or pay off your student loans, your life requires a solid, well-detailed and written plan, which you can adhere to and make changes to whenever necessary. Step 1. Create a list of interests. Imagine life as a sea with numerous islands to be explored, each offering a variety of experiences. One island may provide you with college education, while another provides you with knowledge in ancient pottery. Another will give you music, while another equips you with managerial skills. The reason you should write down a list of interests is because your entire existence cannot be restrained to one island of interests. Perhaps you want to be in an island that allows you to be a CEO of a marketing company, while lecturing at the local community college, and build custom furniture over the weekend in your garage. Is this possible? Absolutely. You see, we all have a variety of interests which we can exercise simultaneously. Creating this list of interests keeps your options open for all the ideas you can explore in your lifetime. While creating this list, remember to be as curious as a child, constantly asking questions and tearing down appliances in the house to find answers. Be as wild as you can be with this list and make it extremely personal. It should be about the things you're genuinely curious about. Do you want to sign up for dance class, cook, learn French, or go back to teach physics? Write it all down. Create a separate bucket list too, to keep it exciting. After you've prepared your extensive list, move to the next step. Step 2. Carry out your research. Successful projects are based on sound research, and your life should too. Research allows you to see the bigger picture without having to go through it. A wise man once said that the future exists now, in scattered patterns. This simply means that there are people around you who have pursued the path you desire to take. For instance, if you plan to pursue dancing, there are numerous dancing coaches you can talk to and find out where to begin. If you want to start racing cars, there are numerous drivers out there who will tell you what it takes. Engage people in conversations and listen to their perspectives and advice. This will help you gauge if you have the requisite resources to pursue an idea. It will also help you prepare for the future. For example, if your plan includes being a manager at your company, then you need to observe the hierarchy ahead of you. Know what it takes to move up and eventually become a manager. While you may not line up every step you need to take to become a manager, you can certainly plan to improve your presence in the workplace, learn how to manage teams, and also pitch ideas during meetings and make yourself resourceful to the company. Step 3. Break down your goals into habits. Success happens at the habit level. Planning a bright and happy future is exciting, and you can get lost in the joy of it and forget to break it down into actionable steps. Imagine you are a writer and your goals are a topic. However, to get to the goal, you need subtopics, which will dictate the body of your work. This means that if your goal is to lose weight, then your daily plan should include a diet plan with the specific amount of calories you intend to consume and the exercises you plan to do daily. If your goal is to write a book, then your plan should include strategies to write 2,000 words every week, or perhaps 100 words every day after getting up. The question to ask yourself at this point is, what habits do you need to develop to achieve your goal? Apply the rule of working in threes and develop 3 habits per goal. For example, if my goal is to create more and better YouTube videos, the following are the habits that I may incorporate into my daily routine. Check and summarize what is happening every day, especially in relation to my YouTube content. To review all comments and jot down the requests for more information. To write down a rough idea, which I don't even have to implement, depending on the information I have acquired. By having these 3 steps, I can find information without trying to squeeze my creativity into one day of the week. Developing habits is practical because we are creatures of habit. Most importantly, habits are specific and therefore easier to achieve than vague generalized goals. Step 4. Implement, review, and sift. Once you have defined your habits, all that is left is to implement them. Implementing your habits requires discipline, which you will develop if you stay true to the plan. However, perfect plans do not exist, which means that you should schedule in time to constantly review your actions and determine if they are yielding desired results. As you review the activities over several days or weeks, be sure to note down the problems you face. Perhaps you feel overworked by trying to juggle too much. That's a sign that you should drop one of your activities until you have adequate time. Reviewing your life will also help you look out for problems beyond your control and take measures to quit worrying about them. While reviewing your life, you'll also find that some habits are worth sifting. It may be difficult to drop certain habits, but you will have more energy for important aspects of your life when you do. So, take time, review, and sift. Lay down the unimportant things and replace toxic habits with beneficial ones. Remember to also stay flexible and be open to other ideas you might find along the way that can support you in the future. All in all, enjoy planning your life, because failing to plan is planning to fail. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please share the video with a friend or two and leave your thoughts below. With that said, I will see you all in the next one.
Welcome back, my friends. You're watching House Advisors, and we just finished a segment on planning. And we were discussing about the difference and importance of planning versus resolution. Planning is 10 times or even 100 times more effective, powerful, and instrumental in making change a reality. So whatever the area may be, we should have a small plan for the week, for the month, and for the quarter, and for the year. Without boring you too much in details of planning and whatnot, because this is the program at the beginning of the year, I want to highlight one thing about planning, and specifically planning your marketing strategies. See, because there are so many moving parts and pieces in the plan that if you have to do it by yourself, you probably will not follow through. And oftentimes, one of the reasons that people do not follow through with their plans is because they are not getting the results that they're wanting, and they are so eager to achieve. Results are not instantaneous. They are coming over money, days and months and sometimes years of practice and being able to stay focused on the task. And sometimes when you do not have a coach, it is really easy to fall off, slack off, and completely go tangent to a different direction. Therefore, it is my recommendation to you to go ahead and check www.houseadvisor.ca, because within that platform, you will have a complete marketing plan that will not only plan your website launch, but also your blog, your video blogs, and will give you a CRM, which is contact relation management, and also give you live feedback from your customers. And while you're there, it'll give you a social integration so that your business is fully connected. And at the same time, it will give you an opportunity to provide offers, make specific offers. One unique feature of the website I want to talk to you about is, for example, when I was teaching people about real estate, oftentimes they'll go to a listing and the person says, I want to give you an exclusive listing. And the way to differentiate yourself is to have a platform through which you can actually market or transfer value to that client. And this House Advisor provides that platform for you very easily, very effectively, and without any headaches. So you can differentiate yourself from the masses of the agents that are out there. And you could do the same thing for any other business that you may have, because you can post a special offering. For example, let's say if you're a person that's supplying hardwood, for example, you could have your special there, and people can see, and you can actually promote that on the website itself. Or for example, if you're trying to hire somebody, you can post a posting there. Or for example, if you have features and benefits of your services that you may not be able to promote it just in an advertising on a paper, you could put it right there in that website. But I want to come back to that exclusivity. It is exclusive and sets you apart from the crowd. Now, the people who are actually staying above the crowd are the people who have the plan and work the plan. When you're working the plan, it is going to give you results over weeks, months, and quarters that are coming. So when is the best time to exercise this opportunity and have a complete, robust, made in one box marketing platform for your business? It is right now. All you have to do is just decide, and the word decide basically is a Greek word, means kill all other options. So decide, kill all the other confusion and all the other options that you're juggling in your head, and focus, laser focus on your marketing platform for 2021, and engage with House Advisors. Let us deliver to you the results and the services and the value that you actually deserve, and expand your reach beyond your capacity right now. So let me ask you a question. What are 3 or 4 specific marketing strategies you have for 2021? Make more cold calls? Send more emails? More spam? What is it exactly, your strategy, right? So when you work with us, we are not going to be involved in any of those non-productive and non-ethical practices. Basically, spamming, you cannot spam. There are really specific laws against spamming. So we become a magnet, you become a marketing magnet, and you secure your space on the virtual, digital world. And if you do it effectively with proper techniques and with proper technologies, there's a lot of nitty-gritty things that you have to be cognizant of when you're doing planning. And a good plan is always looking in those details. And unfortunately for you, we have fine-combed all those nitty-gritty details, so you don't have to worry about them. Therefore, one part of your plan for marketing should be, in your to-do list, join House Advisors this year by end of January. And if you keep to that commitment, I've got an offer for you. If you keep that commitment as your coach, mentor, marketing person, I will give you an offer that you cannot refuse. You see, go ahead on the website and look at the price of the website, whatever it is. I'll give you a complete 50% off. All you have to do is join between now and end of the year and type the following word when the website is asking you for your special offer or promo code. It's called freedom, because we want to have the freedom of choice. We want to have the freedom of speech. We want to have the freedom of action, and we want to have the freedom of plan. So you have all those freedoms. So looking forward to a great, fruitful, and powerful 2021 with all those options and freedoms. And to basically put the cherry on top, you get 50% off. This offer ends end of January 31st. And until then, I want to keep you committed to an action that is going to bring you perpetual results. And I want to congratulate you on making the right decision of thinking about planning versus a resolution, right? And it is really difficult to stay motivated and strong and focused currently as we speak, because there's so much distraction happening. But what is the one thing that you can focus on and that you can make a shift and you can make happen? If you're a business owner and you would like to promote your business, this is the opportunity that you can focus on how you can, on a micro level, make a massive change. And once I read about the definition of happiness, the definition of happiness is not to have the best of everything. You know, if that was the case, you would go down the Hollywood Boulevard and you'll see that all those actors and actresses will be having a blast of their time. No, a blast of their life. No. And all the people that have got the best of everything. No. It's what you make best with what you have, right? What you make best with what you have. Right now, you've got an extraordinary opportunity to at least take care of your marketing side of the business, put it to bed, put it to rest, so that you don't really focus about it consciously. Put it on autopilot, and let the plan, let the marketing platform, let the technology be your slave, not the other way around. And we have done all the work to make sure that you do not spend more than 5 minutes to set it up, and you do not spend more than 5 to 10 minutes a day to monitor your customers' responses and to reach out to them. And you will have a live feedback from your customers and engage with them. Because guess what? The window of opportunity is very small from the moment a customer is choosing to look at your credentials and the time they are moving on. That is a really important fact to realize and acknowledge. And based on that, I would like to congratulate you on making the right decision to not waste time, to not think too much. Just stick with the plan, because plans are more powerful than resolutions. Resolutions are really a fancy way of delusional thinking, because we don't get results. If you want results, let's have the power of a plan that is comprehensive, that is complete, that all the angles have been looked at, all the nitty-gritty details have been looked at, and they've been accounted for in terms of marketing platform. House Advisors is the place where you can trust the expert advice, and we look forward to joining you, welcoming you next week and the weeks after, throughout this year, to transfer and part away with great valuable information that can bring a measurable difference in your business life and in your personal life. And I'm excited to announce that we will be engaging on 2 new fronts. One is liveinsuccess.ca, which is the brainchild of mine, which is the focus of my discipline, basically. That is life coaching, and engaging that and placing that for service, to transfer service for you in any major area of your life that you want to have a huge change. And we're going to part away with you some great information, but not just information, the context of those information and the story behind the struggles and the lessons from the struggles. Because we all have a life that is becoming a story. And it's the moment that we take the nuggets from those stories and apply it to everyday life to make the life of the person next to us a little more easy, a little more hopeful. Grab hands and say it's okay. Together, we can reach the top of our dreams, the mountains of our hopes. And we can be inspiring and aspire to inspire others, regardless of what your story has been. So my friends, I welcome you to yet another expansion of our brand, liveinsuccess.ca, and together we're going to make a huge difference. Until then, live honestly, love openly, and live with passion. Thank you.